Welcome in, fight fans. We have organized violence in an octagon will technically return last weekend. Shout out Mackenzie Dern with the win. We have paid organized violence in an octagon this weekend. We have UFC 311, Makachev taking on Saryukin, a rematch of the ages. I'm gonna keep it a bit. We'll get to those predictions when we get to it. We are going to do our predictions for the prelims and the main card, starting with Zachary Reese. We all know the name. We all love the hair. Fighting Azmat Bekov. Why is there a black picture down here in this corner? Because Azmat is fighting for his first time in the UFC and he has no profile picture yet on the UFC website. What am I going to do? I'm going to assume Zachary Reese is winning this. There are no Vegas odds. If they pop up on this video, that means I went the extra length to find you the Vegas odds so you can go make some money. So make sure you hit that like, hit that follow button. I'm going Zachary Reese on this. I don't know who Azmat Bekov is. This is his first fight in the UFC. Zachary Reese coming off a win against Daniel Medina. Before that, coming off a win against Marquez. Before that, coming off a loss to Cody Brundage. Let's be real, one of the better wrestlers in the UFC. Kind of, in a way, I guess. Maybe not, maybe so. Anyways, I'm taking Zachary Reese with the big dub. Next, we have Jailton Almeida. I'm 100% certain I said that wrong. And Sergey Spivak. Quit pulling up the stats for Zachary Reese and Sergey Spivak. This fight is a heavyweight bout. Almeida, one of the better guys on the ground in the heavyweight division. Sergey is no slouch when it comes to choking people out. As you know, beating Tybura, his last fight with a submission. 2 fights before that, he submitted Derek Lewis. He lost to Cyril Gane, unfortunately. Cyril Gane on, one of those runs that he's going to do and he's going to go lose the belt. Yet again, well, not lose the belt, lose the title fight. Spivak is on an absolute, I can't say tear because he has a loss between both of his wins, but he's doing what he needs to do, taking on Jailton Almeida. I will tell you, if he goes to the ground with Almeida, this fight is ending early. Almeida is an absolute dog. I don't know the odds right now, but I will throw them up on the screen over here. I am assuming Almeida is the favorite, and that's who we are rocking with on this card. Next, we have Peyton Talbot, my favorite current fighter in the UFC, taking on, and when I say this wrong, I'm so sorry, Rioni Barcelos. Peyton Talbot, a 1,200 point favorite. I guess I'll kind of go deep. We'll do a little deep dive into it. Barcelos coming off a win, loss. He's fought Nurmagomedov. He fought Kyler Phillips, lost to both of those guys, coming off a win to, what's this dude's first name? Christian Quinez, who looks like it might be his only fight in the UFC, who knows. But I just think Peyton Talbot's an absolute dog. He's a prospect. They're building him up. 3-fight win streak, 3 fights in the UFC. Knockout, submission. He's got the depth. We need to see if he can go to a decision. I think he can. Give me Peyton Talbot with the big dub. Next, we have Bogdan Guskov and Billy Aklana. And again, no profile picture with the UFC. Before I click on this, I'm assuming first fight in the UFC. Oh, wow, look at that. First fight in the UFC. I'm always going to go with the guys that have had experience on the next level with the dub, and Bogdan has the experience. Let me assume he knocked out Ryan Spawn. Let's see. Knocked out Ryan Spawn. Knocked out Puaga and lost to Ozdemir. So he's got some depth under his belt. We love to see it. I'm rocking with Bogdan. There are no... Okay, actually, Bogdan is the 136 underdog. Still rocking with him. Maybe Billy's a dog. We'll find out. On to the main card. We have Kevin Holland. Coming off an insane loss. Super unfortunate. Glad he's back this soon. I think he dislocated a rib his last fight. Super unfortunate to say that. Fighting Reiner de Ritter. I am rocking Kevin Holland. This is basically a pick'em. 108, 112, both favorites. De Ritter, I'm assuming, coming off of a loss, coming off of a dub to Merchar. Actually, his only fight in the UFC, winning by submission. Kevin Holland is no bum when it comes to getting down and dirty on the ground. A submission in his second to last fight. Insane armbar against Michael Olazenjecic, coming off a loss to Delice. We all know that's where he popped his rib out. Delice was doing a really good job in that fight, though. Before that, a loss to Michael Venom Page. Kevin Holland is one of those guys we keep on the roster, and I think is one of the best fighters just because he will fight anyone and anyone or anything, anytime, anywhere, any place, by any means. He's going to go out there and he's going to fight you. I love Kevin Holland, one of my absolute GOATs right now, even though if he doesn't win a lot, I think it's all about going out there and, putting on a performance. Give me Kevin Holland with the dub, and I'm always going to rock Kevin Holland with the dub. You can argue with someone else in the comments, not with me. Next, we have Beneil Dariush and Renato Moicano, number 9 lightweight, taking on number 10 lightweight. Moicano is a 185 favorite, coming off a win to Benoit Saint Denis, and Dariush coming off a win coming off a loss against none other than Arman Tsarukyan. Before that, coming off a loss, Charles Oliveira. Before that, 2022, last time he won a fight against Gamrot. I think Dariush is a good fighter. I always feel like he's older than he actually. It's the gray hair. I always feel like he's older than he actually is. I'm honestly rocking Renato Moicano on this. He's the 185 favorite. I think he is going to go out there, put on an absolute performance. I mean, beating Benoit Saint Denis the way he did, a TKO doctor stoppage, he was beating the absolute goofy out of him. That's what that means to me. Before that, he knocked out Turner. Before that, he beat Drew Dober. I mean, he's on an absolute tear, and I think he's looking to find his way to the top of the lightweight division. Give me Renato Moicano. Next, we have our co-main event of the evening. And tell me if you've seen these two guys before. These are actually legally Alex Pereira's children fighting to see. I mean, there's no way we get Jiri Alex Pereira 3, so I really don't know what they're going to do if Jiri wins this. I would love to see Jamal Hill lose. I just don't, if he loses, I don't know what he's going to cry about. He might have to retire. Jamal Hill might have to retire if he loses this because there's no way he's ever getting back to a belt. This is a pick'em. If Jiri would get out of the woods and get in an actual gym, he would be one of the most dangerous fighters. Jamal Hill, I mean, let's be real. His last win, Glover Teixeira 2023, I mean, brother was, 42? He won the belt from a 42-year-old. Other than that, he got knocked out by Alex Pereira. He hasn't fought in a year. He's had a lot of injury issues. It's a little less than a year. He's had a lot of injury issues in his career. He's got those hands, though, guys. He does have those hands. You know who else has those hands? Jiri Prochazka. Both guys coming off a loss to, their daddy, Alex Pereira. This is a really good pick'em, and it's hard for me to choose between these two. I'm going Jiri Prochazka personally because I want to see Jamal Hill lose. If you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. Let me know why. Oh, my bad. Guys, I lied. I don't know why. That's such a good fight. I thought it was the co-main. It's not the co-main. Merab Dvalishvili and Umar Nurmagomedov for your co-main event. Now, I think this fight's probably going to be boring unless Umar can keep it standing, and I think if he keeps it standing, he's going to be the winner of this fight. Umar, a 325 favorite over the champ Merab at a 260 underdog. I think Umar has the better stand-up. I think Umar has the better control on the ground. Now, I think Merab has way, way better dirty wrestling, but I think Umar is smarter with his wrestling. I think he can mix it in better. Part of me wants to go Merab on this one. Guys, I'm making these picks live while we're talking about him. I just know Merab got sparked at the end of that last fight against Sean O'Malley. I'm going with Umar, chat. I'm going with Umar. Father's plan, give me Umar Nurmagomedov. Next, another family member, Islam Makhachev taking on Arman Tsarukyan. Arman coming off a massive, massive win to Charles Oliveira where he had to cheat to get to this title shot. He beat Dariush. Before that, he beat Silva. Before that, he beat Islamagomedov. Before that, he lost to Gamrot. Chat, did I fumble? Earlier, did I say Gamrot lost to Tsarukyan? I might have messed up. Anyways, we're not going to go back and fix it. It is what it is. We have Arman Tsarukyan taking on Islam Makhachev. Now, if y'all haven't seen the video, I'm going to try to put it up here somewhere. This is what Arman has been doing in training. It looks like this man's ready to go out there. I don't know if he's ready to go out there and fight or do like gymnastics. I don't know what this helps in fighting. Islam is knocking him out in the third round. I'm calling it right now. Islam is going to knock Arman out in the third round. He is a 400 favorite. Y'all are going to quit disrespecting this family. Islam is an absolute dog, and for you to think, oh my God, Arman didn't have his fair chance. Islam was in camp for a completely different guy and still went out there and beat him. Give me Islam Makhachev with the knockout in the third round, concluding our UFC 311 picks, predictions, and upsets. If you have any different picks from me, or if you think any of these picks are stupid, I want y'all to let me know down in the comments. We will do this for every UFC event. We'll really do them for like all the unpaid events too. So what I want y'all to do is hit that like, hit that follow button.